should have been gone after all or whatever. Like, oh, Sherry, our love.
I'm having a bad hair day.
Like downstairs or upstairs?
Backstairs.
How big is your muff right now? Is it bad?
The other day whenever I was getting fingered at the doctor's,
Yeah.
I looked down and I saw my bush and I was like, I wonder if she's going to tell her friends about it. He just punched herself in the face.
I'm thinking let's just be friends. I'm thinking let's just be friends.
Welcome. What episode is this?
6.
Six. Welcome to episode 6 of the Exes podcast. I'm Steven.
And I'm Brittany.
And we cooked spaghetti and just watched Eddie eat a lot of spaghetti. 2 plates of it. So...
Well, just recap that last week I said that you're such a bad cook that I could literally open up a jar and make better pasta than you could. And the deal was that you could do whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
With the spaghetti. You could throw whatever you wanted in, and then Eddie
We had to use the same ingredients. I could just add more. So we still use...
Hey, no. We had to use this. We used the same jar of sauce. We both used the same veggie ground.
Same noodles.
I cooked the noodles, so I feel like if you had to cook your own noodles, you would have lost right there. So unfair advantage for you. Also, you watched me plate. You fucking looked over and saw how beautiful my plating was, and then you copied it.
I did not copy it at all.
Yes, you did.
What the fuck? You can't have a competition and then all of a sudden just come out the gate making wild accusations that aren't true.
If you were to plate a plate of spaghetti, I know you would have just slopped it on the plate.
I
you
did fucking slop it on the plate.
No, you tried to get some height to it. We didn't even take a picture.
I took a picture
of
it on my phone. Yeah. Well, I'll text you it and you can put it up and whatever.
Okay. All right. So basically, I used the canned sauce, veggie ground, mushrooms and onions, and that's it. And then Steven used the canned sauce, mushrooms and onions, veggie ground, and then he added everything to it.
Well, I don't have that much food in my house. When I was like going through the fridge, I was like, oh, that's cool.
So he put... So in yours,
it has It had salsa in it.
He opened up a jar of fucking paste salsa, put it in there, like half a bottle of sriracha.
That's not true. That's an over-exaggeration.
Sorry,
Probably about, I don't know, a baby's fistful.
A quarter cup of sriracha.
That's a baby's fistful.
A handful of vegan cheese.
Yeah.
Red peppers. Garlic. Dude, that is so weird.
Geesh. Like, I'm just knocking them out of the park, man.
I'm going to fucking knock you.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, Eddie, so tell us your opinion on the pasta.
And the winner is the garlic bread.
Fuck off.
She made the garlic bread.
I did make garlic bread. Just
I don't think that counts.
No, it doesn't.
That was just an extra.
Yeah.
Knowing now what's in it, I can tell because I was wondering why I liked it more.
Yes!
And
yes!
now I know why.
Yes! I fucking... Oh, victorious.
So, but the point, the other factors involved was that the other one presented really well and
but that doesn't matter.
It tasted really well. But I think because it was me judging it, I went for the...
Because I know what Eddie likes.
Yeah.
And you want to know what? Let's be real here.
You
don't even... No, just stop talking about Brit's. It's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I talk about my dinner because she lost, so...
But it won in every category other than
Greece.
But I won. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My presentation won. For sure.
Yeah, but I won.
I know.
I kind of knew that I was going to win, though, because I was like, oh, mine's going to be spicy. So that's like something way better already, and I know you're going to like that. And then I just made mine super gross.
Watching him cook it, first of all, he
gave her a panic attack.
Yeah, he turned the pan on, didn't even heat it up, just threw the
established I'm not a chef.
First he threw his veggie ground in, and then saw that I started with heating the pan and putting the oil in first. So then he pulled his veggie grand out. Then he added his ground. Then he added his onions to a cold pan. Put like a fucking scoop of butter. Like
There's butter in there.
vegan butter, but yeah, he just
Vegan margarine.
He just I don't even know what.
Oh yeah,
so it had all the copycatted good qualities of yours.
Yeah.
But with all the nonsense that I would want.
I did not like. I saw how you were cutting, and I was like, oh yeah, that's how you cut an onion. Like I wasn't copying you. I just like mine had bigger chunks of like because I knew you cut your shit up so fine, and she always said because then like in one bite you'll get everything. But I was like, I knew that you're just you just eat.
Everything's in one bite anyway.
Yeah. So I just chopped them all big. I chopped the mushrooms big, and then like I went to go cook how I normally cook, which would just be like throw the veggie ground in, dump the sauce on. I'm sitting on the couch watching Game of Thrones. But like I was like, oh yeah, I have to cook onions first. Mm-hmm. I had those onions in the pan before you had anything in your pan, and I remember
you have to get your pan hot first.
I know, but like when I looked over and saw your face when you saw me cook, I saw defeat. Like you were like looking at me, you were like, oh,
wow, did you watch a YouTube video on this or something?
I've been fucking cooking pasta every night for 2 weeks.
Yeah. No, if we redid it, no, for real, you had to cook your own pasta. I made my sauce from scratch, and I made it how I would make it.
You fucking trump me.
But you still get to make it nasty, and Eddie likes the nasty, but I'll make mine like proper. Then we'll see.
Win. You would win. Like you like. But that aside,
I really wanted to like Brittany's more. Because I knew which one was hers off the bat, but
yeah. Also you fucking cheated by I gave Eddie like a less than a normal portion, and then you gave Eddie like a 3-person portion. And I was like, Steven, that's too much.
He's the weight of an average North American black bear.
And then you go, I didn't fart, that was a chair. And then you go, that's how I'm gonna win too, because Eddie likes to eat a lot. So you just.
I finished both plates, and they did not even finish their plates.
Yeah, I had a tiny portion because Steven gave it all to you.
You had a lot of pasta.
That wasn't a lot. That was like the size.
And honestly, too, like she should be disqualified, even though she lost, because she cheated. How? I turned over and she was sprinkling chili flakes on the top. That was not part of the rules. You weren't allowed.
We didn't say Parmesan cheese was a part of it.
You cheated.
No, that was also vegan parm on there. I didn't fucking cheat. You won.
I know. I'm so like I've been
next
working.
Next week, burgers.
Oh no, you
like,
just want free
all his
food.
Favorite
what
food.
else can I get,
dude? I'm seriously telling you right now. Like I've been working my ass off, and I'm so tired. But like that gave me my second wind.
Good.
Like I probably look exhausted right now to anybody watching this, but like, buddy, second wind. I'm victorious. What are you gonna do now?
Well, I'll probably find a new career. Maybe take on I don't know, drywall and
being something. A fluffer.
A fluffer, yeah.
You should. What now? We have to decide what her punishment is for losing.
I think I'm the only one with the punishment here.
Why?
Having to eat that garbage.
Yeah. You got some kind of sickness from that for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's new? What's up?
Nothing. I mentioned that we missed last week's episode because I took on a job and I had to work all weekend, and we just didn't do it at night. We're doing this one at night, so because I got to work tomorrow all weekend too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's not much new with me. I literally have been just working.
What about, did you weigh yourself today?
No, there's no batteries. I went to go step on the scale before you guys got here, and the batteries are
How convenient.
How convenient.
I'll safely tell you right now that I weigh more than last week. I know that I do.
Why?
So,
here comes that
the reason being is because I've just been working my ass off, so I've been eating really unhealthy. And I was down to 210.
But
So-
you've been working a lot. You don't think it balanced it out?
No, because I've just been eating
So you just want to
shitty.
assume that you
I
lost. right?
I would like bet $100 right now that like I weigh more. I'm probably 215.
Hey, Eddie, remember how Steven tried to make you buy him that very expensive burger from Fat Burger?
Yeah.
He made me buy it for him.
I
and-
transferred you money.
I wanted you to forget that.
You know, this podcast is kind of getting to be a little bit maybe leaning at like you two make fun of Steven.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be the butt.
You won the contest.
I'll like bam, knocked out. Front flip, run over there, bam, knock him out. I could do a front flip from a dead standing, like from just sitting, just front flip. Why are we looking at your Facebook?
Because I'm bringing up the punishment video.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not watching anything like that
You
right
said
now.
that
Can you pick a different
said
one?
you would bet $100
Yeah, you're
that
so
you
convinced.
were.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch something that's gonna scar me and not make me sleep tonight, man. Like, can you just pick one song? Because you guys were gonna talk and then pick a punishment.
Just wait. Just wait.
I'll look away.
Just.
No, you got to.
Oh, is it someone dying?
It's not. No.
Is it someone getting? Oh,
Oh my God.
is that dog biting him?
Eddie.
That's a dog. Okay, you can shut it off.
No, you have to watch it. This is your punishment.
It's a dog eating a guy's dick. Eating it. Why are they covering his mouth?
So
He's
because
probably
he's screaming.
Is this a punishment? Is this like a
Eddie,
torture
you
video?
need to turn this off.
Yeah, I'm not watching that, man.
Eddie, this isn't even funny.
Yeah, that's not. That's
supposed
just.
to be funny. It was a punishment. It was going to be somebody dead, but I didn't.
That's
I didn't make
those
somebody
people
die.
are torturing that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that like I don't feel good now. I'm having
Steven's
anxiety.
literally not gonna sleep, Eddie. Why did you do that? Turn that off, you sick fucker.
I thought we had an agreement. I've been waiting weeks for this.
Oh my God.
Did you watch the whole video?
Have I?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, you're
look at
fucked.
his skin. Steven's pale now.
Honestly, I'm not even lying to you. Like, like my legs feel like cold. My body feels cold right now.
Well, it is cold because we're in a dank basement.
I don't want to see some guy get tortured. Like he's gonna die. I just watched some guy and he dies.
He probably doesn't die.
He
He probably has
doesn't
to
die.
live dickless.
And there's
no,
a bunch.
that guy would die.
You think
That guy
they,
died.
Did
you
you
think
see
they
the
fed
blood?
his dick to dogs and then they killed him? That
Can we
seems-
just stop talking
Okay,
about this?
dude,
Let it
I
go.
feel like we actually have to cut this out. Like,
That
Do
was
I actually look pale, don't I? I kind
You
of feel like
do.
I'm gonna throw up.
Eddie,
Throw up all that fucking dope pasta I just made. The
Could
wine.
you imagine if he just ralphed right here?
yeah, I feel I'm gonna do this. Hi, sorry for that brief break. We had a little technical
it
difficulties.
just comes back. I'm dead.
Let's
Eddie-
blame it on the camera again.
Yeah, Eddie tried to bring up a video and it turned the TV off. We didn't watch a video. Everything's good. Steven didn't get punished this week. Forget everything that just happened.
Okay, if like
Don't talk about it.
if I fuck, I can't even concentrate now. If I don't fucking lose weight by next weekend, can you pick something? Because this guy's been sitting on
No.
a dog eating,
No,
dog dick eating.
Steven, I literally just cut that part out of the video. You
It's
can't
gonna
talk
be in
about
the
it.
video.
No,
He's just
it's
not gonna bring it up
There's
on the
no
screen.
way that we can post this.
Nobody's gonna have to see that.
No, he's not posting the video.
Unless they themselves who are
Can
watching
go out, yeah. Hey,
Are
go Google
heavier than
dog.
last-
No, stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Does it bug you?
No, but we might realize that we can't even put the part that we talked about it because there's gonna be a lot of people not even okay listening to talk about that.
Okay.
Anyway, you guys can choose, but yeah. What else is new? You got any ideas for this week's podcast?
Not really. I do. I didn't do stand up because I got sick, and I'm on antibiotics right now because my throat swelled up and my ears were infected as I was working. But I will do stand up next week so we can have a video to watch.
Right, I forgot about
Yeah, and then we can go over it because I got new material that I want to try. But I just pretty much want to say like I'm funnier than you. That's for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody told me, one of our friends that watched the podcast was like, "That's so weird that you guys say that you're funny. It's not funny that you guys say that you're funny." And I was like, I think you're missing the joke. Like it's just like we're just riffing off each other, like joking that we're funnier. Than
Yeah,
one
well, that's
another.
always been an argument between us. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not anything more than literally.
If we had to wear like a laugh collector, like a laugh meter around our neck, and just throughout the day, mine would be like fully like, and then yours would be like half of what mine is.
There's no way.
Yeah, for sure. I've made everyone laugh all day at work. Oh, today.
That was so
That was the fucking best.
skitty. No, there's no way. I'm so much funnier than you.
Yeah. Well, what's
really
new
am.
with you? What's up? We said last week that we were going to download Tinder. I didn't. I don't know if you did. Did you? No,
I did not. Because we said that like 2 weeks ago. That we
Yeah,
were
well,
gonna
that 2 weeks
Tinder.
ago was the last podcast we did because we
No. 2 podcasts ago we did it. Did you literally just fart? Did you forget your own video?
Yeah, should I fart in the mic?
No.
I got another one brewing.
No, don't. No, because we talked about. Fuck off.
Stinks.
We talked about downloading it and then.
Yeah, I was just gonna
And
fuck
then-
with people.
No, but yeah, you wanted to fuck with people.
I just wanted to start a conversation with somebody and just went, goodbye. Like that's how I start a conversation with a girl on Tinder.
As soon as she matches with you, just say goodbye.
Just goodbye and then leave it. And then when she...
Yeah, I don't know, because I think I talked about it last week,
Mm-hmm.
that people just think you want to smash, and I don't know.
Oh, you just didn't want like people that you know seeing that you're on there.
Yeah, big time.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Also, like any of my employees.
Well, you could actually probably change. I think on Tinder, I don't know if this is true, but change your location. So like you could download Tinder, change your geolocation to like
And how am I
Los
supposed
Angeles.
to get smashed if they're in LA?
But you just said that you what?
I'm just joking.
Fly down there and suck some rich guy off.
Oh,
Bring
You
me
get
home
them
money.
to pay for the flight.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, man. People do that all the time. What are those toilet girls they call them or whatever? Those Instagram stars that like get flown to Dubai to hang out with like rich businessmen.
What's their deal with the toilet, though?
I don't know. I heard somebody call them toilet girls once.
Well,
I tried to look it up on. God, I don't.
You tried to look it up, and then you just ended up on fucking Blumpkin and like shit porn.
What?
Because if you Googled toilet girl, it
No,
would be like
yeah,
porn
yeah,
would
yeah.
pop up.
No, I typed like Instagram influencers being paid to hang out with rich dudes.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like Dan Bilzerian. Like those girls are paid because every post is like just making him so much money because he has. I don't even know how many Instagram followers he has.
Yeah.
Like millions. That's what he does. But yeah, I don't know. What's up? What have you been up to? What's going on? You beat anybody up? Anybody beat you up? You tell any hilarious jokes that are obviously not as funny as mine? You do anything cool? You go swimming? You go for a hike? Do you see anybody that's really good looking? What's going on? What's going on? Give me the what's the fresh
The fresh.
fucking
Yo, give me that fresh.
Yo, give me that fresh. You know what? I wanted to tell you something.
What?
I've been doing this thing lately at work, where if somebody fucks something up, I used to get mad, and now I just go, you can't fucking make a spoon and a fork into shoes, and I just walk away. Like I'll just say something completely random. And the first time I did it to my new employee, literally he was like it's so, and I'm like, you got to beeline, you got to sell it, so you just walk away and go back to work.
So
Right?
sometimes I feel like the only time you're funny is when you try not to be.
Fuck off.
You just told me recently, like you just hired a new kid,
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Oh yeah, am I meeting you here?" And you're like, "Yeah," and you're like, "The password is octopus penis or something."
No.
What was it?
It was the first day he'd ever worked with
Yeah.
me. We'd never have a conversation. And he's like, "Okay, what's the address?" And I gave him the address, and I was like, "Top floor. The password is cucumber dildo."
Oh yeah, that's what it was. And then
That's funny. He laughed his ass off.
Oh, did he laugh about it?
Yeah, I gotta test him. I don't want to work with somebody who's just a fucking bore.
Yeah. Did
You know
you?
what I mean?
Was this your like? He walked in the room and you never met him before, or have you met him before at this point?
When I texted that, never seen him. Never Never
really?
seen his face.
Oh
it
my
was like the
God.
third text I ever
Well,
sent.
especially like no offense to your career choice, but like, there's a certain type of person that likes to drywall.
I don't like to drywall. I just make good money doing it.
But imagine.
I'd much rather do
getting
anything
that
else.
text and expecting what the guy's gonna look like, and then you walk in and it's you looking so cute in your tight skinny jeans and Nike shoes that you wear.
Yeah, go on. Compliment like tell me like I have a hot face. Anyway, so
Why are you wearing
Eddie's
sandals
just
and
staring
socks?
off because I'm exhausted and I forgot to put shoes on. Eddie's just staring off at this fucking wall. Or were you looking at the poster?
I was looking at the booze news.
There's a
poster.
picture up hanging over in the production section of this podcast.
It's
And it
Steven's
says-
wall of shame.
It says Booze News, and it's spelled BWSNOOZE, because I had an idea to do something all similar to this, where me and my brother-in-law just got shit-faced and read the news. And we did one episode and got our friend to film, but our friend got drunk as shit, and then he was recording in the off time. So when we were reading the news, the camera was off, and he was so drunk that he went home and had a nap, like at 8 p.m. because we were wearing suits. And then me and Brian and Kyle went downtown and just were hammered because it's just like, I don't know, it was just weird, but
It was an incredibly good idea,
yeah.
and then you definitely should have posted the off
Yeah,
recordings
yeah,
of it.
totally.
I have them on that computer down there, so.
Yeah, you should.
Episode 1 is just nothing.
Yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
us laughing. Like every clip that starts, we're like, like laughing.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I feel like you'd have to be pretty wasted to.
Brian was
Do it.
drunk and he goes, I forget what it was. It was like a news story and it was like, apparently a man from Plenty of Fish has like raped something and it goes off like a serious story. And then he goes like this, he goes, turns out, and he's just drunk out of his mind. So he's like, turns out, no fish were harmed. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's just so weird and fucking.
Oh my god.
It's a good idea. It's funny. And the logo's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
feel like the end of that was important information that we didn't get. It's just like,
What do you mean?
well, something, you were just like, something is something, This guy rapes something. It's like a lot of questions left.
I don't know if
unanswered
that
there.
was the actual story. I'm exhausted, but like, yeah, I know. There's bad stuff in the news. That's the thing. We make the news funny, even when it's bad. You know?
Yeah.
Guy gets his dick eaten off by a dog.
Oh my god, stop.
That's a hot dog. Like, I don't fucking know. It's just so stupid, you know?
Jesus
Like-
Christ.
Stop!
Yeah. I don't know, you asked if anything's new. Like,
yeah, fucking give me the fucking fresh. What's the fresh?
you got to stop
How's it
saying
going?
What's
Show
the
anybody your
hype?
boobs?
What's the hype?
that.
What's
Did
the
I show anyone my boobs? Is that what you just asked me? No.
Why not? You didn't flash anybody?
I have never flashed anybody.
Fuck you. You've been drunk at parties pulling your tits out with Beth. I've seen it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Showing everybody those fakers, those fakies.
No, I'm
got
not a
fake boobs.
flasher. I don't have
I'm
fake
not a flasher.
I'm not. Like even just thinking about
I'm fucking with you. Just
I don't
tell.
know.
tell
Actually, so tomorrow it's one of my friend's birthdays, and I think we're going to this like soul and funk night after.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and I thought it'd be funny to dress like Soul Train style, so I went into
Like blackface?
no, the fuck. No, why are you laughing so hard?
Because that's where his head goes.
Oh my god!
Immediately.
I mean,
White people don't go to the Soul Train Awards. It's
no,
not- like, what do you mean Soul Train?
like
Like, but is it culturally inappropriate? Like, you dress like Soul, so you'd have a big afro.
no, not necessarily. Like
doom,
I
doom.
said, like it'd be like bell bottom jeans, like
Yeah, late
matching
70s
shirt
disco.
and
You
pants.
dress like disco.
Yeah. But anyway, the whole point of my story is I'm supposed to go to something for that, and I thought it'd be funny to like dress the part of like, because if I like go to a disco dressed like this, so then I went to the store and I was trying on clothes and I caught a glimpse of my bod. And I'm definitely not flashing my titties to anyone. So
I don't really know
long-winded
anyone, no matter how hot they are, how fit they are. I don't think that they look in the mirror and they go, God, I'm fucking hot. You know, like no one does that. Maybe that psychopath that I mentioned on the podcast a few times.
Who?
My ex-girlfriend who
Oh
sucks.
my
Kill yourself
God.
if you're watching this.
Steven, you can't say that.
I can say whatever the fuck I want. Headbutt a wall, you idiot.
No.
Anyway, so like,
Anyway, hey, sorry, we had
by the way,
technical
no.
difficulty there, just starting up again.
So no, but like if you dressed up like that, you'd be the only one at the party dressed like that.
No.
Everyone
So
else would be
it's
like,
not a
"Who's this
party.
bitch?"
Soul and Funk Night is the majority of the people are older people.
Oh.
So that was my whole thing. Like, I really think that we'll be the youngest people there. Well, maybe
Is
not
it
me.
weird to go to like a swingers party when you're single?
It's not a swingers
Oh.
party. What is mentally wrong
I don't
with
know.
you?
We gotta take a pee break. So
Okay.
It's like showing up at a potluck with nothing.
with butt plugs.
What is showing up to a swingers party single?
Yeah.
Right, because then you just get all the good stuff.
Hold on, you just took over. You're bad analogy, Adam over here.
I've learned
Okay.
from the best.
I gotta take a
break.
pee pee. So yeah.
Steven.
Fucking.
That's what I was
Welcome
gonna say.
back to the Exes podcast.
The worst part about that is that he has to like be with that fart in his face for the next.
I love it. Who doesn't like the smell of their own
I
blend?
feel like Steven, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I'm running on fucking almost no sleep. I had a nightmare, sweating last night. I've been sick for 3 days, bad sick, and I've been working nonstop and working my ass off. I haven't had a day off in so long, so I'm
You're
just
telling
tired.
me
If when
that
I'm tired,
every
I act
hard-working
goofy.
man will smell his own
I
farts
work
and be a weird motherfucker. Is
The
that what
last
you're
time we were
fucking
hanging
telling
out,
me?
you were
This
causing
is
your
just what
farts.
happens when you don't sleep. You
Yeah.
fart and
The last time we were-
absorbent things.
Now there's going to be like 12-year-old kids watching this and be like, I'm never going to work hard because I don't want to smell my own farts when I'm an adult. And then
this
you just,
podcast is ruining the youth.
it is.
If a 12-year-old kid is watching this and he thinks to himself, I'm never going to work hard because I don't want to smell my own farts, here's a nice message for you. Stop watching this and jump off a bridge.
Steven!
Because if you literally have the thought process where everyone who works hard is going to sniff their
Dude,
own farts,
it's a
that
joke.
kid
It's-
is missing some stuff upstairs.
You know what you're fucking
Says
missing?
the guy that's sniffing his microphone.
Yeah.
Literally.
How long are we going to talk about the fact that that fart was funny, what I did was funny, let's move on.
All right.
It obviously got laughs. I could actually almost hear the laughter through the camera on the other side of it from the
No,
people
you're
that are
being
laughing.
fucking weird. Are you drunk right now?
No, I'm tired.
All right. Are you on meth?
What?
Yeah. Why are you being such a goofball?
What?
What?
What? Meth? Did you say meth?
Meth, yes.
Oh my god. No. I've never done meth.
Steven, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I wish he was
Fucking
on
high
meth.
on meth, man. It's
no,
fucking
I actually
fun.
am
My
not
stream
enjoying your
fucking gets me
company.
excited. That's why I cook. I won the cooking competition because I was high on meth.
The
Oh
Germans,
my god, I
the
think
Germans,
she's died.
the
What?
Germans won World War II because of meth.
What's the Germans? A, didn't win World War II. You uncultured swine. And 2, what the
What
fuck
the
was
hell
that?
is that?
Is that your Siri talking to you in German?
Do-
That's what he jerks off to. He just
How did
listens
that
to.
even happen?
I don't know. But like,
Okay, no, you this episode.
is better than all the other ones.
No,
Yeah,
you're
because I won, and I'm being funny.
No, it's not funny.
And we're not talking about our stupid relationship. We're just being friends. Fucking being
Dude,
sweet.
I literally
What? I just
like this is gonna be the fucking Exes podcast, Steven's Dead edition. Because
You're gonna
I'm gonna
kill
kill
me?
you.
Really?
Yes.
Dope.
Yeah.
Okay,
then
well,
I'll-
catch me up on your life because obviously we haven't touched on that yet. Because I'm over here dabbing and tooting. But like, go ahead.
I just don't know what goes through your head sometimes.
That's I don't even know what goes through my head. It just goes through too fast. Catch me up though. Like, what you been up to? You do any fun things? Tell me a story. You told me a story earlier when you were cooking. Tell everyone the story about your mom.
Not telling. I guess I could tell this story.
You must now.
Well, okay, so
Her mom, by the way, is really funny.
yeah, she's
Probably
so
funnier
funny.
than both of us.
So today we met for a coffee. It was actually so nice. I showed up and she already had my coffee ordered and everything was really cute. And so she sits down. She's like, so I see. I mean, the odds that. Yeah. Anyway, she sits down. She's like, so I got this new boss, and I was like, oh yeah. And she's like, yeah. Apparently they say his name's Farzone, but I call him Fart Zone and pretend that I don't understand how to say his name.
That's so good.
She's sitting there, and it was actually like the thing is with her jokes, you know, a part of like telling a joke, like I don't know what it's called, but when you refer back to something you talked about earlier.
A callback.
Yeah. So then we're sitting there, and like 20 minutes goes by, and she's talking about how she has like 2 siblings, and they go by their middle names, not their first names.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, I hate my name so much, because I was like, if I ever had a kid, I'd name it Wilma. And she's like, don't, like, I really hate my name. And I was like, you know what, Mom? Let's fucking go and change your name legally. Like, what name? What's your dream name? And she's like, Fart Zone, and yelled it in the fucking coffee shop.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It was so funny, but she
Wilma Fart Zone.
I can't even imagine how many times, like, in her life, people have been like, Wilma, or whatever, from like the Flintstones.
We had to put our name in the phone book as W. Peters because we got prank called all the time. Seriously. But yeah, so she I just told her about the podcast actually.
Yeah.
And she started watching it.
Really?
Well, I've kind of, because I never told many people about it, and I've slowly been letting people know just because, you know, obviously I don't like putting myself out there.
Yeah.
And also the shit that you do, I don't want to be associated with it.
So, like what? Like be the coolest fucking person in this room.
No.
That's what's happening. Dum over here ain't cool as me, that's for sure.
Eddie?
And you're, I'm an 11. Like 11 out of 10.
I'd say Eddie is the coolest in the room right now.
Why?
And then that jar of
more
fucking
body
cheese
mass.
whiz. And then maybe you.
More
after
surface
that.
area to cool down. Extra cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Other than your mom's
anyway,
hot body. Hey, what's up, Wilma? If
she's
you're
been-
watching this. Sorry.
like that, like that.
What? No, this just goes to show you that, like, if I'm in a silly mood, and I'm being goofy and stuff like that, you hate.
What
you
minute?
hate me?
What minute are we at? Because you should, like, put a pin in it, and you'll see the look on my face where I literally hated
You
Steven.
said timestamp it so we can go
Timestamp
back.
it. That's the word. Timestamp
Yeah,
it.
I know that you fucking hate me. That's why
Anyway.
we're not together anymore. But you want to
So-
know what? You don't hate me. You love me because I'm actually probably the coolest person that you know.
Yeah. So anyway, I told her about the podcast, so she's watched 2 episodes so far,
Yeah.
and
Probably done nothing but stare at me, but go ahead.
yeah, probably. But she reminded me of when you were doing your What in the fuck? I'm serious. Like, I'm gonna shut this shit down. Like,
What?
you're being a fucking goofball. Anyway.
Let me be me. Go ahead.
Yeah, you could be you on fucking Steven's a fucking prick podcast.
Next week on Steven's a Prick Podcast.
Steven will dab and fart on the microphone.
Microphone?
Microphone.
It's
Microphone.
microphone. I thought you said microphone.
Anyway, so Wilma was saying, or she reminded me that when you had your old podcast with a couple of your friends, they had a burner phone that you could call and leave voicemails. And I don't know, did you ever tell the guys from that podcast? Yeah,
No.
so my mom would prank call the podcast, and I'd get her to say, like, I would never tell her what to say, but I'd give her a phone, and I'd say, you got to call this number, and you got to say, like, fucked up shit. And she would call and be... and I remember once we were literally sitting in the Jeep, and she was crying. She's like, Britt, I don't want to call. Like, I don't, like, this isn't funny. I don't want to do it. And I'm like, Mom, until you do the phone call, I'm not going to let you out of the Jeep. So then the phone rings, and she, like, just, like, snaps right into it. And she's like, hello, this message is for, and then whoever. And she's like, I'm looking to fuck. And it was just like... and she did it.
I got a text one night before I had Wilma's number, and I got a text message that said, hey, this is your ex-girlfriend. I have herpes. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, who the fuck is this? And I was like, and then like, get tested. And I was like, who the fuck is this? And it went on for like 45 minutes. I was actually like mad. I was like, okay, just like stop texting me because I know that you're just fucking with me. So I get it. The joke's over. Stop texting me. And I was like getting mad. She goes and finds out that it's her mom at home alone just fucking with me. Just fucking with me. It's like
She's just sitting there, was like, who could I text? And then started pranking Steven.
Yeah.
And I even...
Whose phone was she in?
So Steven just had a new number, so he hadn't programmed the new numbers in yet, so he just didn't know it was my mom. And then
I had a new phone.
Yeah, and then I called my sister, and I was like, hey, like, why were you getting Mom to send that shit to Steven? And she's like, I wasn't. What are you talking about? So, like, my mom literally just, like, sitting on the couch, eating snacks, fucking with Steven. Yeah. She's really funny lady.
It's so funny when I was a kid. So, like, up until I was about, like, I don't know. I'd probably say I left high school and moved away. Like, when I got a skateboard sponsorship in Calgary. And then, so, up until I graduated high school and left my hometown, everyone's parents hated me. Mm-hmm. Everyone's parents. Like, I can't think of one person's parents that actually liked me. And then the minute I left high school, everyone's parents loved me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of anybody's parents that I've ever met. I'm really polite, and I know my time and timing and time and place and stuff. Like, Eddie's mom likes me a lot.
My mom watches the podcast.
Does
she really?
What did she think of it?
She said it's thoroughly enjoyable.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
She's probably
nice.
staring at me, too.
That's really nice.
I just growled into the mic when you guys were talking.
Oh, we fucking heard you. We're blocking you out.
Pooh, there's two things that you got to do right now, okay? One, shut the fuck up and let me be me. Two, and he's making a face like, ooh. No, just let me be me, man. I can tell that I'm agitating you because you're like, hey, you need to just be sitting there while I talk. That ain't going to happen. I'm having a fun time right now. And I'm just going to be dabbing and farting and having a fucking blast and winning competitions because I'm dope.
Just do your shit. You just run this podcast and I'll just fucking sit here. All right, you keep doing your weird shit.
Were you barfing or something?
Are you looking for a recliner?
I was gonna.
That's
I was
not
gonna.
a thing.
It's not a recliner.
It's not going to recline through the wall. You're not the Kool-Aid guy. Jesus, fuck. Anyway, no, yeah, just let me be me. But
yeah, go ahead and...
This podcast...
Let Steve be Steve.
Yeah, for sure. Like, there's got to be a time when it's just like, all of a sudden you're like, damn, Steven's cool and he's fun and funny. You know? And that time is now. I'm putting my foot down and I'm standing up for what's right. What do we want? Funny Steven. When do we want it? 5 podcasts ago.
All right.
Yeah, man. I'm the comedy. You're the storyteller.
Yeah, I realized those stories about my mom, they weren't that exciting, but whatever.
No,
The weird part was when you locked her in a Jeep and forced her to prank call your friends, and she was probably quivering in fear.
She killed it, though.
No, she's really funny. Like, she's like, oh, dude.
What?
I thought of something, but I can't tell it.
Yeah, don't embarrass her.
No, I wouldn't. It's just funny things. It's nothing embarrassing.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on because I want to hear how you've been.
Dude, you keep asking me.
Yeah, I know. And then we keep like
veering off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful when you bend the thing like that because you lean like this and then it's in your way, right?
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah, I don't know what else. Like, I've been hanging out with friends a lot, and
Any cool friends? Have they done anything cool lately?
What do you like know something I did and you're like trying to get me to tell you what I did?
No.
Do you want to know about the gangbang? Is that what you're doing?
I wish you would get gang banged.
Yeah, me too.
No, but like willing though. Like you know what I mean? Like
You guys should join my sex cult.
you have
Do
a
you
sex
have a
cult.
sex cult?
You don't have a sex cult. You wish you was. He just sits around with a bunch of fucking Barbies and Ken dolls and he's like, "Yeah, we're all fucking." Like weirdo. Fucking weirdo. Watching dogs eat dicks.
I don't know. I went to Costco last night with some friends. That was fun. Did you literally just fucking talk about that again?
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, I don't know. I kind of had a chill week just because that long weekend. I went out for a beer on Friday night. That turned into more than one beer. What in the Christ are you laughing about?
You know when you like want to do something, but then you know you shouldn't do it, and then you start laughing, and then you know you shouldn't be laughing, and then you keep laughing.
What do you want to do?
And then you actually do it and fart on
I'll
the
show you
microphone.
Don't.
I'll show you what I was gonna do. Go ahead, tell me about having the beer. I was gonna go like this.
I'm having a beer on the weekend and just do it. That's funnier than fucking air jerking it and
Air jerking
farting
it.
on your. I saw you pump a couple strokes there.
Go slows. I was watching this podcast the other day and with Brian Callen and Chris D'Elia, and they were talking about how they texted each other, and Chris D'Elia took his dick and put a white sheet around it when it was hard, and it took a photo of it up close and goes, "There's a ghost in my room," and texted it to Brian. And then Brian sent him a video back and was like, "Hey guys, I'm just in my hotel. Oh my god! Oh, there's a rat in here. There's a rat in here." And like he had his cock and balls, and he was squeezing the shit out of them. And he's like, "I got it, guys!" And doing that, like I was laughing so fucking hard when they were telling that story, and it made me think like I wish that I could like have friends like that where like I could just.
But you could send dick videos.
I would
too.
fucking laugh my ass off at that shit, man.
Do you remember the time that you thought it'd be funny to send me a video of you pretending to stir the pasta with your dick, and then you forgot to close the blinds, and someone was looking in the window?
So she was in Thailand.
No, I think I was in school.
Oh yeah, you were doing a class, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll make dinner." So Eddie, I was standing on a chair in my kitchen, like on the main street where we used to live down on Cook, and it's busy. There's like a Max across the street, like it's fucking busy there, and I stood up on the chair, no pants, pulled my dick out, and then I was like pretending like I was putting it in the pot to stir the pasta, and then I took a photo of it and texted her, and then literally at that time I went, after I was done, and I went like this, and I forgot the blinds are open, the windows open, and there's people everywhere. And I'm like, I don't know if anybody looked up, but if they did, like I was sitting, I was like, it looks like I'm like jerking off into a pot or something.
Yeah. You know the best part is
because like I'm not gonna lie, I did
closest-
get it a little angry, so I was sitting there.
And I think that's the closest I've ever gotten to a dick pic.
That's not true, is it?
No one's ever sent me a wiener pic.
I
Not
should
that I
start
can think
dressing
of.
my wiener up in funny things and just sending it to you.
No, please don't.
And then you could like make different facial expressions with your nipple being the nose of a face and drawing your titty.
But you're going to talk about something else. Look, it's frowning. Sideways.
Oh, the sideways.
Little
sideways
googly
burger?
eyes.
The sideways burger, yeah. I like
Oh
it.
my god, you guys are gross.
What?
I don't
What's a
know.
good name for a vagina? Like a good nickname? Like people say like, "Oh, hatchet wound," but that's kind of like whatever. I've heard it. And,
Hatchet wound?
Yeah, and a clam.
I called it my bird until I was like 25.
Your burger?
My bird.
Oh, burger.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I remember I was in culinary school and the chef goes, And remember, guys, always wash your birds. And I fucking was like crying laughing, and no one understood why I was laughing, but it's because I called it my bird. And he meant like, chicken.
Dude, when we used to be
turkeys.
sexual, like she would call my like dick a wiener. Like in the bedroom, she said wiener.
No, I've never.
You
pull
never
out
said
your little wee wee.
I call it a wiener, but I've never been like, get that wiener over here.
What?
I've never.
He's having flashbacks.
There are so many funny stories that I wish I could tell on this podcast, but I feel like you get mad, and it has to do with like funny things that have happened when we've been intimate together.
Oh my god! Don't say intimate.
Well, what?
That's so weird.
That's worse than wiener.
That is worse than wiener.
I'm doing that because you're frigid, and I'm doing that because you don't want to say fucking. You don't like that.
No, I'd
When
rather.
we've been fucking before in the
Yeah,
past.
that's way better.
Plus, at the same time, I'm thinking in my head, your mom's watching this, so like maybe I should just be a little bit lighter on my words because you might not think, but I think.
Yeah, but you always say intimate, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, then from now, dude, we're blasting each other, and then you do something funny,
Wiener blast.
Yeah. Oh my God, what's happening with this?
I don't know, maybe because you fucking farted on
Why
it.
is this doing this?
Oh my god,
It's
Steven,
deteriorating.
I hate you so much.
It's not gonna smell because I got good buckle. I'm sorry that I gave you flip the bird. I fucking flipped off on a lady the other day. I turn into the fast lane on the highway to turn left off the highway, and then this lady just fucking right up on my ass, like 2 feet away. And then she was like, "Man, you can see her flailing like this and flailing her arms." And I was like, I slowed right down. I was like, just at the window.
I thought Brittany was gearing up to fart. Could
you
Yeah, I saw you staring
imagine?
at her. That'd be
Could
hilarious.
you imagine?
That would be hilarious. That is like what would make people watch this. If you acted on this podcast the way you act around me when we're alone, this podcast would fucking be awesome.
What, like, give an example of
Like
something.
if you farted into your hand and threw it in my face.
I would not do
If you didn't get mad at me for doing things that you normally do, that's funny.
I have never stood up and farted into a microphone.
You stood up and farted into my face. That's worse.
Steven.
What?
I'm kidding,
You
right?
farted on my breakfast one time. You walked in and was like, on my breakfast, and was like, eat
Hey.
this.
But
I
not
ate
as
it.
but not as exes.
I tell that on stage. I say, but not as exes.
Anyway,
Not as exes.
sorry we had some technical difficulties. Sorry you had to miss what just happened.
We're not
there.
cutting that out.
Everything.
It's in there.
This thing's gonna be 10 minutes. It's
Even
just all cuts.
even the dog eating the dick.
Stop it.
Just fucking.
Yeah, that's the thing is, I'm sitting in the crowd watching Steven do his stand-up bit, and it's like, yeah, like my ex-girlfriend. And then he says that I used to fart on his breakfast, and every time someone new comes up and says, "Aren't you his ex-girlfriend?" And then someone came over to me and said, "Are those stories about you?" And I fucking deadpan. I was like, "No, they're not. I don't know who he's talking about."
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, that was
There's
me.
a couple other ones in there too where I talk about like one time we were eating charcuterie and then we ended up being intimate, and then she took the back of the knife, and put it to my throat. Was like, "Time to die," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
How did that make your wiener feel?
I was like, I'm a champion at cooking over you, and also I'm a champion. I kept going.
So you're a champion at intimating?
Yeah, intimacy.
Intermittent intimating.
Anyway,
Hey, Pooh,
what? Don't touch me.
let's get intimate.
No, fuck. See, pin that or timestamp that, the look on my face when Steven just felt me up.
Felt you up.
Oh my God, Brittany felt me up in the car. Probably didn't want to tell you.
I
Probably.
did. Oh my god, it was so awkward.
You grabbed his boob?
No.
She brushed the side of my leg with her pinky.
Literally, my pinky touched him.
She's like, "Oh my God, I didn't mean to touch you," and I said, "Keep telling yourself that."
That's funny. Because you're shifting?
I don't know why. I think I was adjusting my phone or something.
I think you went like this on purpose. You were like, because
No,
you just
but
wanted to
also,
see if it gave you a rush.
Eddie
What
drives
if I
like
fucked
this.
my ex-boyfriend's best friend?
No, God.
That's how I'll get Steven to fuck off.
No.
No, I'm just kidding around.
I wouldn't do that. Also, Yeah, you're just crazy sometimes, Steve.
I'm all the good kinds of crazy.
Yeah, the farting.
Farting into the mic. Hilarious. I don't know why I'm the only one laughing.
Yeah. Anyway.
What else? What else am I doing wrong here?
Nothing. It's fine. I don't. Oh, I just burped. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't do so well at the evening podcast, but
I like him better in the morning, but I got a lot of work coming up, so we're gonna have to film a few at night.
Yeah, it's fine. Then that means
Also, next weekend,
less breakfast.
my birthday, so I'm not working next weekend probably. Maybe, I don't know. I'll take jobs if they come up, but
Because he's getting fucking wasted.
No, I'll maybe have drinks on Saturday night, but Sunday I just want it to be like a nice night, a nice day. I want it to be like Daddy's Day. You know what I mean? Like I want to wake up, stay in bed an extra half an hour, dedicate one to the nut gods. Get up, wash my balls so they smell good, just in case I somehow meet a ball licker. And then
Jesus
make
Christ.
myself a breakfast that will be better than the breakfast you could probably make me because I won that competition.
Mm-hmm.
Sriracha and eggs, baby. I don't know. You want to hang out with me on my birthday on Sunday?
Yeah,
Are we going to do some fun stuff?
we can.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Can we fart into microphones and get intimate?
Oh my god.
What?
I'm gonna be dead next weekend. Sorry.
Oh. Eddie just farted. I don't know if you can hear it.
I'm never making spaghetti again. I don't know where you guys are getting this gas from.
What are you talking about? I literally, the first word that came out of my mouth when I first met you wasn't even a word because it came out my butt and I farted. And I've been farting nonstop since the day I met you.
I remember we were sitting in your truck and I just became your friend. And you turned and looked at me and you had this like painful look on your face. And like that, like this one, like. And then you lifted up your leg and you had like one of those like high pitched long farts. Yeah, one of those. And then
sandals and socks, fashion choice.
I was like, what in the fuck was that? And then you were like, it hurts my stomach unless I fart or something like that. And
no,
that's
it's
always
just
been your
when
excuse.
anybody ever. Why am I?
I'm going to date this girl, so I'm going to get this out of my
When
system.
anybody ever.
You gotta keep it sexy. You shouldn't be. You should. Did you? You just coughed on me.
Totally did. And I realized it and then covered my mouth after.
Yeah, I felt like I'm sure if you slowed that vid down, my hair went like that. Yeah, you're supposed to keep it sexy. So maybe the next. I will punch you in the face on camera. So then you finally have something. What are you doing? Stop! You're sick.
I'm making you look like a model.
No, you're fucking
Like a
blowing
fucking-
your germs on me.
Oh yeah, I'm sick.
Anyway,
Sorry.
The next person you meet, you should not fart in front of them.
No, I'm gonna
and you
fart all
gotta
the time.
keep
And
it
then when
sexy.
people go, "Why are you farting?" Like she's actually gotten, like audibly and like visibly angry with me for farting
Me?
in
So
public.
so you use it as a weapon.
Oh, in public. Like Steven will literally be at a night, and every time he's not supposed to fart, he does this little side thing and looks at me like, "I'm sorry," and then fart.
My favorite thing to do when I fart is go like this. Go. Oh God, that hurts! Like, just make it seem like it hurts. Like, just do shit like.
No, but do the one where you do.
Oh yeah, I always go
that.
like this. I go. Like frown and
Literally pooped.
Stop!
Man.
Smarten up. Smarten up.
You like the smell of my farts.
No,
Don't
it's
even
not.
don't even pretend.
No, that's just a weird thing to talk about. But yeah, you will fucking do that when we're
In a grocery store.
in a grocery store, out for dinner.
There are places in the world where it's polite to fart because you're not supposed to keep it in. That's what I'm going to say. Anybody watching this that thinks that you should hold in a fart until you're alone, get fucked, because that's not going to happen.
Steven, you're not gonna become anyone's favorite by telling everybody to get fucked every 5 minutes.
It's just everybody that we talk about. Get fucked.
Yeah. Well, I feel like
If you got to fart, you got to fart. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not
yeah.
going to fart on some chick's face or something when you're on the first date, or like, you know what I mean? But like, to be uncomfortable.
I know it's a good
There
thing.
are a time and place. Like, you don't fart at the dinner table when you're over at someone's house.
Yeah, but anyway,
I
feel
think
like,
we get it.
I feel like I had enough for tonight, and
Yeah?
you took this podcast over. I feel like that win made you cocky. You got a little out of hand, so maybe I'll break it down a couple pegs this week. So then you're back to less crazy Steven for the next podcast.
I am going to tell you 3 things. 1, you don't control me. Accept me for me. I'm cool. I'm awesome and funnier than you. 2, Eddie, never touch him again.
I'm not going to.
And 3,
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
that was a small one because there's too many that have come up.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to me be funnier than Brit. Until next week, go fuck yourself.
You are a mother shitter.
Is it still going?